Chapter 1. Watchfire's Light. The Origin and Evolution of Lighthouses. Women have always tended to the lights in one form or another. In ancient times, tending to a domestic or altar fire was generally a woman's domain. Hestia, Greek goddess of the hearth, was responsible for maintaining the family fire on Mount Olympus, which she fed with fat deposits from the mortals' many animal sacrifices to the gods. Hestia's Roman equivalent was Vesta, whose sacred altar flame was tended by 6 virgin priestesses selected for 30-year terms of service. The Vestal virgins were revered and believed to hold magical powers. It was indeed a privileged position, as long as they didn't break their vows of chastity or service. Guiding lights for mariners have also existed for thousands of years, providing hope and security in the middle of black, tempestuous oceans. The first coastal beacons were bonfires, an early example of which was shared by the bard Homer in his epic poem The Iliad, circa 750 BC. As to seamen, o'er the wave is borne the watchfire's light, which high among the hills some shepherd kindles in his lonely fold. Nocturnal fires were lit to guide vessels, to convey messages, and sometimes to entrap unsuspecting husbands. At the end of the decade-long Trojan War, King Agamemnon of Mycenae lit a series of beacon fires to announce the Greeks' success to his wife Queen Clytemnestra, who then lit her own series of fires to guide him home and relay the message of his imminent return. After a triumphant arrival and a seemingly warm welcome, Agamemnon had a bath to recover from his long journey. However, the moment he emerged, Clytemnestra and her lover smothered, stabbed, and beheaded him. In Clytemnestra's defense, Agamemnon had sacrificed their daughter Iphigenia to the gods before heading off to war, so there was some history there. Women, or at least mythical female forms, were also blamed for sailors' deaths and shipwrecks as a cautionary tale to illustrate the dangers of the sea. In this case, the bewitching song of the Greek sirens, bird-like women, allegedly drove men to wreck their ships on island reefs. Odysseus of Thebes, who was also making his way home after the Trojan War, instructed his men to block their ears with beeswax and tie him to a mast so he could safely experience the siren's alluring call. Thus captivated, he begged his men to untie him. They didn't. 2,000 years later, female figures reclining on rocks were still distracting sailors. In 1493, for example, explorer Christopher Columbus reported seeing 3 mermaids near the Dominican Republic. The world's oceans can undoubtedly be dangerous and unpredictable, perhaps more so because of pirates, reefs, and storms than fantasy creatures. And as long as there have been ships and shipwrecks, there has been a need for guiding lights.